I'm going to teach you 4 things about handcuffing people that typically you don't learn when you're learning about handcuffing people. Hi, I'm Larry Kaye, shadowanyone.com, and the creator of the Investigator's Ultimate Guide series, Premium Private Investigator Training from someone who's been there and done that. Let me tell you 4 things. First of all, and almost everybody who's teaching about handcuffs will mention this, but I want to really bring it front and forward. Handcuffs are a temporary form of restraint. They're not designed to be permanent. When you handcuff somebody, you have to be vigilant about that. All the time, every single day, somebody who's placed in custody slips their handcuffs. I promise you, it's happened today, it'll happen tomorrow, it happened yesterday. People are able to get out of handcuffs, and sometimes a lot easier than what you might think. So keep that in mind. Handcuffs are a temporary restraint. Now that person is your responsibility. If you've cuffed them, if you've taken them into custody, you're holding them against their will. It's your responsibility. If they hurt themselves trying to get out of handcuffs, that's on you. If they hurt someone else because they were able to get out of handcuffs, that's on you. If they hurt you, I don't blame the victim. They have no right to be hurting you, but you're supposed to be vigilant. You should be vigilant over that person. And if you're taking proper precautions and watching that person, much less chance that they're going to try to slip those cuffs on you, and much less chance that they're going to be successful. So that's one tip. Cuffs are temporary. Be vigilant with the person you're cuffing. Number 2, I want you to know it's much more difficult to handcuff someone than what anybody's going to lead you to believe. Now, most of the time, a lot of times when you handcuff someone, they won't be resisting. You catch them, they're doing whatever they're doing, and you can sometimes just say to them what I've done a lot in the past: hey, you're being cool with me, but for your safety and for my safety, the safety of the people around us, I'm going to put you in cuffs. And people kind of resign to that fact. They put their hands behind their back and cooperate. If the person is not cooperating, if they're resisting you, very challenging to get them into cuffs. And you can know all the techniques in the world, but you're going to struggle nonetheless with that. Be prepared. Very challenging, very difficult to put someone into handcuffs if they're resisting. Number 3 thing that I want you to know, the 3rd tip is, is this obvious? Carry a key. That's not the tip. Carry a key to the handcuffs. The tip is carry a spare key. I want you to be carrying at least 2 handcuff keys on you. If you've got to carry cuffs, you should be carrying 2 keys, one on your ring or wherever you normally carry it, and a second spare key, a backup key. And there's a variety of ways, creative and built in, even into some gear. Tactical pins sometimes will have a spare handcuff key built into them. But carry a spare key. That's tip number 3. And tip number 4 for handcuffs and handcuffing people: if you're in a job, if it's your job responsibility to carry a pair of handcuffs, I want you to carry 2 pairs. There are 2 common scenarios where you're going to need to use 2 pairs of handcuffs. One common scenario is just having a large person, a fat person, maybe a person that's handicapped that you have to cuff, that you're taking into custody, and it's very difficult or impossible for them to get their hands behind their back close enough to where you can get them cuffed up. So what you're going to do is you're going to link together 2 pairs of handcuffs in order to be able to cuff them behind their back like they're supposed to be. The second scenario where you're going to need a second pair of cuffs, and this is a very, very common, is you're handcuffing someone, you're taking them into custody, and a second person decides that they want to get involved. The brother, the cousin, the boyfriend. A lot of times if you're cuffing somebody who's doing a crime, there might be a driver nearby or somebody who is supposed to look out for them, and they get out of the car and they come at you as well. So it's very, very common if you're cuffing one person that you start to have a hassle with another and you have to take a second person into custody as well. Carry 2 pairs of handcuffs. This is Larry Kaye, shadowanyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.